What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome to the Atomic Drop Podcast. We got Dave, Cowboy Dave, the showstopper himself, the Heartbreak Kid.
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
We got the professor of old school wrestling there, Eddie Prather. What's up, Eddie?
What?
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Eddie? And we got the Bat Fry, Kenny Fry, bringing it home here. What's going on, everybody? Saturday night, feeling all right.
What's up, Captain Batman?
Elimination Chamber style here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, we just crazy time frame and everything else. Wow.
Yeah, that's something we'll have to get into a little bit. Also, the scheduling of this.
I was up at 4:30 a.m. waiting for this thing to happen. At 5 a.m. it actually happened. I couldn't believe it. 5 o'clock in the morning. Actually, my friends were actually watching the show with me at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was shocked, but we had a great time and we watched the show. It was fun.
What's up, Adam Glenn?
Dave, you're lucky it was 5 o'clock for you. It was 3 o'clock my time.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, Eddie, you should have been stumbling home from the bar by then. Still awake, eating some greasy food or whatever. Watching an Elimination Chamber at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's unbelievable.
I'll tell you, Ed, we 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know about that, but I was asleep at 3. But I woke up at 3:30, and then I was ready to go by then, baby.
Eileen was still sleeping. Also, Eileen's like, "Nah, I'll catch the replay, just like myself."
Yeah, Eileen cheated.
I'll tell you what, there was no way. I was up, I think, to probably midnight, 12:30. I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up, it was 3:30. So I'm not staying up for Elimination Chamber. I could suck it. And so then I was rolling around in bed. I even thought about it. I looked at my phone. It was 4:30. I'm well, maybe I'll just get up and watch it. No, I'm going to sleep. This is stupid. Finally, I fell asleep. I think I woke up at 8 o'clock or whatever. My daughter had a basketball game, so.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the pre-match show or the pre-match itself, Indy Hartwell and against the Kabuki Warriors and her partner, I thought it was great. I really did. I never watched wrestling at 4:30 in the morning to watch that show or watch that match, and I thought to myself, I got up for this, and it actually was not a bad match. I got to be honest. I know the Kabuki Warriors won. God bless them, and good for them. But you know what? At 4:30 in the morning, I'm not watching wrestling at a normal time. And at that time, I enjoyed it.
Isn't Indy from Australia or is it from New Zealand? One of the in that area.
I'm not really sure. I can't. You might be right on that. I think
when I just got done watching it, and they said Indy was they said her homeland. So I'm assuming they meant Australia, but New Zealand's right. The tip of Australia's stick there. Out of the Sports Entertainment, Paul says, I was up, never went to sleep. He stayed in the movie room and had boxing on as well. So
yeah, it's funny because I texted him and I said, how much is it to get into the movie room? And he goes, it's expensive. Okay, great. So I said, no, not going to happen.
Cash or ass there, Dave.
Yeah, right. I said, I'm up. He goes, I knew you would be. He goes, it figures. Of course I'm up. Why wouldn't I be up? It's the Elimination Chamber. I'm up. I like the Elimination Chamber. It's not one of my best pay-per-views, but it is fun. I got to be honest.
I love the structure, the Elimination Chamber structure. I think it's a neat thing. It's a neat concept. I like the pods opening at different times. I like the way they use the pods, where they're jumping off of them or slamming people in them. I love it. I love everything about it. Go ahead, Eddie.
The only thing I wish they had Rhea defend her belt in the Elimination Chamber. Like they have done that before when the Heartbreak Kid won the world title belt.
Against Triple H, yes.
Well, there we go. A little bit of HBK talk here. There we go,
yes,
Dave.
Sir. But did you guys hear the story? Did you guys hear the story about the chamber itself?
No.
It got stolen by pirates.
Well, so and I caught the end of that. They're saying something. I walked into the kitchen and got a cookie, and I came back in, and they're talking about not even pirates could stop the Elimination Chamber. I mean, what the hell does that mean? Are they going to want the Pittsburgh Pirates, or what are they talking about?
Apparently, it got shipped over, and the pirates stole it. They stole the pieces of the chamber, so they had to rebuild it.
They stole it, or they tried to steal it?
No, they stole it. They
Oh,
stole it.
That's insane.
Yep.
Can
Mhm.
you imagine those poor pirates getting back to their homeland somewhere in Africa, and they're like, "What is this?" Oh,
Right.
parts of the elimination chamber. Bye. Paul Spencer says it's a different feeling watching wrestling at 5 a.m. and eating breakfast and drinking some good old Monkey Colt coffee.
Well, I tell you what, I was on the Monkey Cold Coffee, but I was doing bagels in wrestling, and I thought it was awesome.
Join the cult. All right, so let's kick our wrestling talk off here. Where do you guys want to start? You want to start at the end or start with the? Let's start with the pre-show with the Kabuki Warriors against Indy and who's their partner again? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was not.
No, I don't think he was there.
Was it
No.
Candice LeRae?
Yeah.
Candice, yes.
Yes, it was. It was a good match, not a bad match. It's a good opener match, if you ask me. A good pre-show match, good opener match. It wasn't bad at all. Some okay spots. I love Asuka, I really do. But there's sometimes I watch Asuka, I just feel like she seems out of place. Like she could be doing much better in ring. But there's just times I'm looking like either she's missing spots or maybe it's not even her. Maybe it's the person that's she's wrestling with. I don't know, but sometimes it just seems a little bit wonky with Asuka. That's just me. So what do you guys think of the match? Eddie, go ahead.
It was a decent match, pretty good. It was it belonged. It went on where it belonged on the pre-show.
Yeah, Dave.
Oh, I totally agree with Eddie. I totally agree. It definitely belonged to the pre-show, without a shadow of a doubt. But I enjoyed it. I mean, the show started at 5. The match was about, I guess it was about 4:30, 4:40, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
And it was a little less than 15 minutes, and I thought it was good. A lot of action, and I thought Indy had a shot. I thought they were actually going to win it at one point, but then you knew Asuka was going to pull it off, and but good for them, and it just gave the crowd something to look forward to going into the show. So I enjoyed it.
I felt like it warmed the crowd up really good. It really well. You got them going. They had one of their country women there, wrestling, and there was a second there, Dave. I also thought that they had a chance of upsetting the Kabuki Warriors, but that made me a little bit nervous because I can't see WWE allowing two people from the same homeland winning in the same night. So like, oh my God, come on, we can't do this to poor Rhea.
Right.
So with them with Indy Hartwell and Kyrie her tag partner, I freaking forgot her name again.
Say it again, Ed.
Oh, Candice LeRae.
Yeah,
Candice LeRae.
Jesus Christ. Not Jesus Christ, Candice LeRae.
Would you stop putting him in the match?
And they did a good job. They did really well. And the Kabuki Warriors were spot on. A lot of decent moves, a lot of decent spots in that match. So overall, not bad. Not a bad match.
I like Candice. I like Candice LeRae. She's really good. She's very good. She's decent. She got a lot, and she's got a lot going for her too. So I think those two could really make a name for themselves if they keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that irritates me about Asuka is her facial expressions is overdone too many goofy faces.
I can agree to that.
I kind of agree. I get it sometimes, and I think that's part of my issue. As much as I love Asuka, is sometimes it is a little bit over the top with the facial expression, or with a celebration, or with the way she takes a move, the way she sells a move. Sometimes it's just too much. Sometimes it's a little bit over the top. It kind of makes it look a little bit silly. So,
well, we see where Mr. Asian Sensation's going with this match.
It says, "Oh my God, Kairi Sane is so damn hot and still tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors." So
yeah, the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, tag team champs until Raquel Gonzalez and Liv Morgan takes the damn belts off them down the road.
Ooh, I like that, Ed. I like that a lot, and I think they have a good chance. You're very correct.
So let's move on to the women's elimination chamber match. So you bring that up, Ed. Let's go ahead and move on to that.
Yeah.
And there was that point there where Liv and Raquel Rodriguez going at each other. Like when I seen them come face to face and they kind of jawed at each other there for a second, I'm like, oh, the former tag team. Were they champs at all? I think they were champs.
Yep.
Yes.
They were. Yep.
And going face to face, since Liv Morgan was hurt, then Raquel got hurt, then Liv came back, and Raquel came back, and they started going at it hot and hard. Man, I was like, wow, I thought it was awesome, seeing those two go at it the way they did. There was no hesitation, a couple words back and forth, and Liv, half of Raquel Rodriguez's size, she went right at her. I thought Liv was awesome in that match.
No, I did too. I thought Liv was really good. But go ahead, Ed.
I thought, to me, that the women's chamber match to me was the match of the night, or the morning, depends on whose time.
I agree, Ed. I'm with you. I thought it was the match of the morning / night / day, whatever you want to call it. It was really good. But to me, Liv Morgan had a lot to prove. She came in there and she did really good. She did really well. And I didn't think she was going to win it. I didn't think she had a chance of doing that. But she came in there with with an attitude. She didn't mess around, and I thought her being back, and she's only been back a few weeks from her I think for injury, I think it was, or whatever the case was. So I'm happy for Liv. I think Liv did really well.
So she probably came in maybe not quite the biggest underdog, but as definite underdog size wise, and just coming back from an injury, because you had to figure your odds on favorites were the man Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair and her hair. You'd figure that they were the odds on favorites, and then maybe even Raquel Rodriguez after that, even though she's just back also, just because of her sheer size and athleticism. But then there was also the wild card, the girl from NXT, who I thought was fantastic. She was outstanding in that match.
Tiffy time, baby.
Tiffany Stratton. She was awesome, man. I'll tell you what. I like, that's really the first time I really watched her wrestle, and I was blown away. I thought she was phenomenal. Everything looked smooth, looked crisp, and I dug it, man. I'll tell you what.
Well, Tiffany Stratton was great on NXT. I mean, they brought her up. It was a great decision by Triple H to bring her up, without a shadow of doubt. I'm so happy for her, and yeah, she did look good. Ken, I agree, absolutely. I mean, she stepped up, and everybody's like, Tiffany Stratton. Who you looked at her, you're like, who is she? This girl? I'll tell you, she's got a future ahead of her. She's only going to get better.
Oh, absolutely. I see gold in her future.
Yep. Possibility.
I thought they got all the elimination orders correct in this match.
What do you mean? The way they came
Naomi getting eliminated first.
Okay, I thought it was kind of wonky the way she got eliminated. She had that the big move from was it the top of the pod or was it from the ropes?
I want to say the rope.
I think it was the pod. I think she jumped off the pod. And then she's just on her back. She kind of just like laying there, and then what was it? Tiffany Stratton came over and pinned her. Just like rolled her legs up, and I thought it was kind of wonky. It looked out of place to me. I wasn't a big fan of it. I'm fine with Naomi being eliminated first, and I thought she looked great too in the match. She looked really good, but it just didn't sit right with me the way it looked. I thought it could have been done better. Maybe have her get up after making that big move. Have her get up, celebrate a little bit, and then maybe just having a quick roll up. A quick roll up. Her legs are flopping, and Tiffany Stratton's holding the tights or whatever. And 1, 2, 3, and then it was like an oh my god moment. Whereas she makes that move from the pod or the ropes, wherever it was, the high flying move. She hits the move, and she's just laying on her back, and all of a sudden Tiffany Stratton just kind of pulls her legs up and sits on her shoulders. It seemed wonky, but definitely out of the two chamber matches, I think the women stole the show on this one.
Let me ask you two both a question I want to answer. Are you guys glad that the glow is back?
Indifferent.
I like Naomi. I like her light up shoes. I wish I had light up shoes like Naomi. I guarantee you Naomi's hair is real.
It's green. That's for sure.
And I dig the neon. So I'm happy she's back. I hopefully she's in the mix for the title. Doesn't mean she has to win the title, but hopefully they
Right.
give her more of a prominent role. So I'd hate to see her leave again in a tiff with just like she did with
Sasha.
Sasha Banks. Yeah. Paul Spencer says, I love me some Tiffany Stratton. She is good and a risk taker. I feel she will be champion soon. I think her and Liv become a tag team.
See, I disagree with that, and I'll tell you why. I think Liv and Tiff would be a great tag team.
So you disagree or agree?
No, I agree with what he's saying. I'm saying I think Liv and Tiffany would be a great tag team. I just do. The way those two would kill it.
I'm not sure. I think Liv's a total babyface, and to me, Tiffany Stratton's that heel bitch. I don't.
Well, it's like no, but if Tiff were to go the opposite direction, I think they would be a really good tag team.
I'm not. I think they're two different characters.
That's the beauty of it. They're two different wrestlers. That would be perfect. It would be, to me, it would be awesome. I
think Tiffany's a perfect opponent for a Liv Morgan.
Okay. You guys don't think they would be a good tag team? I think they would.
I don't. I'm sorry, Dave. I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologize. All right. This isn't the resurrection of the Hart Foundation here or anything like that. We're like two opposite type wrestlers. I just feel like they're two different.
Hogan and Savage were a tag team, and they were totally opposite. So
it lasted like a month. At least I could be wrong, but it wasn't very long term with Savage and Hogan, and we've seen what happened there.
Right.
Hogan ends up having a love affair with Miss Elizabeth and drives Randy nuts.
I think if you're going to keep Liv in a tag team, I think somebody like Raquel is a perfect tag team partner for her.
Okay.
I want to see Liv singles. Singles wrestling.
Yeah, that's why I said only if they keep Liv in a tag team. But I want to see her get a single run.
Okay.
Same thing with Tiffany Stratton. I want to see her singles. Raquel Rodriguez. I'd like to see her in tag team for the time being until that 100% she's going to be healthy. She's going to be clear. She's not going to be missing huge fractions of time. Because of her skin issues that's been going on with her. So
yes,
I'd like to see her more in the tag team until she's more consistent. Mm-hmm. But Liv, I'd like to see her singles wrestling. I'd like to see Tiffany Stratton singles wrestling. That's why I always say I'm always beating a dead horse with that. We need more women's championships. We need more.
I totally agree with that.
Titles to chase. So
I can't believe you guys don't think I think they would be great. I really do.
Sorry, Dave.
That's just me. Okay, I'm. You guys are 2-1 mommies now. That's fine.
Paul says great match, but the ending 2 pins in less than 5 seconds. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a bummer. What's that, Eddie?
I kind of liked it. I liked seeing Liv got that quick pin on Bianca there. And
yes.
And Becky was smart. She was they're waiting to do her maneuver on Liv to end it.
And that's the thing. I didn't like it just because it was so bang bang. You had such a nice match flow going, where everything seemed to have like their own spot, their own place. You had 1-on-1s, you had 2-on-1s, you had all this. Then you have Liv Morgan make that beautiful pin on Bianca Belair. Now she gets up and just like that, an instant, it's done. Becky gets her and gives her what's that called? The old, I don't know what her finish move is called.
Basically, the rock bottom.
Bottom, yeah, pretty much.
I can't. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it ends it just like that. I would have loved to see them like square off. Then the place is going nuts because I didn't expect Liv to pin Bianca. If I had to put money on it, my out of the box sports lock would have been Bianca versus Becky as the last two. That would have been my main thought because they're the two biggest stars, and one of the two biggest stars in the women's division. Whereas Liv just came back from being injured, and she is a big star, but just not there yet again. And it was just like done like that. There was no square off. There was no face to face. There was no lock up or a move set. It was just a move and done. A move and done.
Pretty much that's what it was. Move and done. But kudos to Becky. I mean, she went in there. She said she was going to win the chamber, and she did. Give her a break. Give her props for that, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eileen, I disagree with you. I don't. Tiffany Stratton's like a million times better than Mandy Rose ever was.
I agree with that too. I agree with that.
I don't know who Mandy Rose is, so
you don't remember Mandy? Remember Mandy? She was with.
And so here's the thing: I'm in and out of wrestling. I'm back in wrestling now. So like, there's sections of wrestling in the recent history where I have no idea.
You don't remember Mandy with Otis back in the day?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Dave. Again, I'm sorry, Dave. I apologize.
Oh,
Let's just say that Mandy Rose was just slightly better than Maxine Dupree in the ring.
Maxine Dupree's awful in the ring. She should not be allowed in the ring.
That's what. So that tells you about what my thoughts on Mandy Rose in the ring is.
But I will say this: I do enjoy me some Maxine Dupree. So
yeah,
here's the Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, her role should be as a valet.
I don't think you don't remember. Okay.
So the one thing I do like about Maxine Dupree, when she is in the ring, she brings a little bit of comedy. And
she does.
You do need those type of performers to kind of mix up. When they put her in a one-on-one match, it's asinine to me. It's like, why are you doing this? She looks bad. You know, the moves that she's trying to perform are simple moves, and she just can't. It looks terrible. Mm-hmm. So I mean, but when she's in something where, you know, if she's in a mixed gender tag match or in some sort of match where she has to help Otis and Chad Gable or something like that, you know, there's some comedy there. That's where her role is. That's what she should be doing. She should know her role and keep her candy ass there. So I do like Lisa Maxine Dupree, so I don't want to see her go anywhere.
She's not going anywhere.
Out of the Box Sports says send stars to OOTB Sports so Ken Fry can get some Naomi light up shoes and a lime green furry shoulder thingy to wear live on the show. There we go. Get those stars out there.
Yeah, that's all he needs.
Eileen says Ken needs a glow necklace. I should get some glow necklaces next time we talk about Naomi. Give me some glow necklaces and a neon green wig or something. That's good idea.
I can see you doing that.
So one of the spots I really like from this match, there's quite a few. They used the cage, I thought, really well. A lot of girls tossed into the cage. Who was it? Was it Raquel? Who was tossing? Was it Tiffany Stratton was getting tossed from pod to pod? Who was tossing her from pod to pod? Was that Raquel?
It might have been. I think so.
Liv? Was that Liv?
I think it was Raquel.
I think it was Raquel. I mean, she was just battering her ass in those pods back and forth. It must have been like I think 6 times.
At least 5 or 6. Yeah.
The Liv Morgan spot on from the top of the pod onto Raquel as Raquel was laid out across the top of the ropes. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was
that was good too. It was good. Yeah, I mean, the whole match was good as far as I'm concerned. I don't think all 6 competitors did something spectacular into the match to keep it, keep it going.
I loved Tiffany's pod jump that wiped everybody out.
Yeah. Yep, she did.
So yeah, there's quite a few decent spots. Go ahead, Dave.
No, I'm saying there was some very good decent spots in this match. But I thought, Tiff did shine without a shadow of a doubt. She shined with no, I thought. And to see Liv shine the way she did coming off, the way she did coming off, being back, 2-3 weeks now, since Royal Rumble, which was good. And I was surprised to see, what's her name? Oh God, I can't think. Bianca. The way Bianca came in there, she took off. When she took off, I didn't think she was going to take off the way she did. But it was good. It was really good.
Yeah. So overall, it was a really good match. I think we all agree that match was better than the men's chamber match. And the men's chamber match, I didn't think was bad, but I think the women's chamber match
Definitely women's was better.
It was better.
Without a shadow, with no doubt.
Didn't like the ending, but at least two of us didn't like the ending. I Eddie, the professor of old school wrestling, there, he liked the ending, but Dave and I did not.
No.
So now we'll have Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So that's exciting. That should be a really good match.
You got the man versus mommy. Well, that's okay. I'm okay with it. I don't know. I personally, they better, if those two don't put it on a great show, Philadelphia's gonna let them know it. I'll tell you right now.
Well, they're gonna. I guarantee they're gonna put on a great show. But Becky,
they probably will.
Becky always puts on a great show, and Rhea always puts on a great show as well. So,
yeah.
I agree.
Go ahead, Eddie.
Rhea almost always put on a great show, but we're gonna get to that match later on.
Yes, we will. We will.
So let's move on to the tag team championship match, Universal Tag Team Championship match between Judgment Day, Pete Dunne, and Tyler Bate. Another great match. I really like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I don't like Pete Dunne's little singlet that he wears. Makes me uncomfortable. I just think he looks awkward in it. And so.
No,
but besides the stuff in the ring was awesome, I thought.
I like Pete Dunne too. I'm glad they're not calling him Butch anymore. I'll just leave it at that.
I love how he goes for one body part, the fingers, snaps those fingers, stomps on those fingers.
Whenever he stomps on the hands, that goes through me. I'm like, oh man, I get it, it's a work and stuff like that, but just thinking about somebody stomping on my damn hands, I can't imagine that.
Well, did you guys catch the end of the match where when Judgment Day did win the match and they were raising hands? Did you see Finn's thumb? It was all messed up.
And so I seen something on Twitter about that, and so when I was watching the match, I watched it back a couple times. It seemed like he got hurt on the coup de grace at the end there, like when he went down and put his hands down to brace himself when he was hitting the mat. Because before I didn't see any blood on his thumb, and then he was shaking his thumb afterwards, and then he's looking at it and there's blood. So I'm like, maybe I'm just not seeing it right. So I don't know the blood. I don't know if that was a cut. Like at first I thought there was bone through the skin. Like, oh my God.
That's what I thought too when I first saw it. Yeah.
But so I couldn't tell. So I don't know what we got going on there. Real quick, I got a couple comments. Hey, what's up, Guy? A coworker of mine there says, I'm such a huge WWE, WWF fan as a kid, but don't recognize one person on that poster except for Becky. You probably recognize Randy Orton if you watched, and maybe Bobby Lashley if you watched. If you've been a wrestling fan back in wow, they've been wrestling for a long time. I haven't watched this stuff in a while. He also says, thanks for checking the show out, Guy. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate it very much, buddy.
Thanks, Guy.
Eileen says he looks like a woman with ring gear on. He does. He really does. That's Pete Dunne.
I never looked at him like that, but okay.
That's why I said it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know how to feel about it.
No, Pete Dunne's amazing. Pete Dunne's a great wrestler. He's very good. I'm just glad they're not calling him Butch anymore. That's all I care about.
If you wanted to say there's two guys that look like women with their wrestling gear on, it's pretty deadly.
Big man's favorite tag team of all time.
They wear crop tops. It's all the way up to here. They're wearing the long sleeve. It doesn't make sense to me.
Gotta love Pretty Deadly.
So Judgment Day, they retain the Universal Tag Team Championships, and I can't wait till they split these goddamn belts up. Either split them up or just go to one singular belt. It drives me nuts that they're carrying around 4 freaking belts. We've talked about this so many different times, and watching it at the end, there's poor with the hurt thumb. Yeah, in the match there. Finn Balor.
Finn?
Jesus Christ, yeah, I can remember his name. There's poor Finn Balor with his hurt thumb, and he has to carry around 2 stupid ass titles instead of 1. He drags the one on her shoulders, like, all right, I'm good. And she's like, oh, here's your other one, idiot.
Yep.
It's like, come on now. This is so stupid carrying around those 4 titles. It's moronic.
No, I thought Tyler Bate was good too. He was really good, and of course Pete Dunne. Those two are a very good tag team, and I thought we might have new tag team champions the way the match was going, guys. Seriously, I mean, there were a couple of times, there's a couple spots in the match where it kind of looked like Judgment Day wasn't their night. Am I wrong?
You're absolutely right, 100% right. Yeah, without the help of Dom a couple times before he got kicked out. I mean, yeah. So here's a quick question. You guys, so Dave, you watched it live, right?
I did.
So when Dom got kicked out, did your screen go black?
Yes, it did. Do you guys know why?
Because everybody in the front row was flipping him the bird.
That is correct.
So what kind of society do we live in where we can't watch people flip the middle finger? Like they blacked it out like their people were whipping their dicks out. It's like what the hell's going on? You know, so I seen it on Twitter beforehand. So I knew it was going to happen. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I ever seen. They had it to go black because people were whipping the finger. Yet, while people are in the crowd chanting bullshit, I'm like, come on now. We're not fucking children here.
I get honestly,
It's stupid.
If this was the 1970s or 80s, Dirty Dom would probably gotten stabbed. But
it would have, you know, just like Bruiser Brody getting stabbed in Puerto Rico.
Yes, exactly.
What happened there?
There's stories that fan base had like in New Orleans, some fan brought a gun and had a bullet with the word Freebird on it for Michael Hayes.
I would have changed the course of history.
Jim Cornette his life had been threatened many times in the 80s.
I'll tell you, I believe that because Jim Cornette seemed like he could be a dickhead. So
he's my hero.
But he still can seem like he's a dickhead. You know, he seems like he's a know-it-all. So I can understand it.
No, honestly, guys, I didn't know why the screen went black at first. I was like, what was going on? I thought maybe somebody pulled a plug or something, or put on a wire or something. That's what I was thinking at first. I was like, what?
Plug it in.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so stupid. It was. I mean, it was only for what, like 10 seconds, but still, it was like come on now.
It felt like 30.
Oh well, somebody's getting the bird. Oh well, what a bunch of wusses at Peacock.
Well, that's the thing. Like it's not like weird. I'm watching the Rhea Ripley Nia Jax match, and I tell you what, man. I saw a whole lot of Rhea's ass in that match, and we're seeing that, but we're not allowed to see the middle finger. And they're like, come on, like this is stupid. Like get a life, Peacock, really.
I hear you. That is correct.
All right, so yeah, the tag team match, great match. I really like again. Before we move on, I really like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I'm not a huge fan of their tag team name. What is it? The British?
The new something whatever.
Yeah, it's something stupid. It's not a name that really catches your attention, or I'd rather go with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I
can remember that, but the one their tag team name, it's like come on, guys, come up with something better than that,
Or even how about bad attitude? Pete Dunne sure has a bad attitude. He has that grumpy look on his face all the time.
Yeah,
this is true. He does. Pete Dunne's good. Pete Dunne's really good.
Absolutely.
Love Pete Dunne.
So Grayson Waller effect. The douchebag from down under, Grayson Waller.
I thought of you the whole time.
I thought he did well in the segment.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I went and took a shit while that was on. So,
what was the point of Austin Theory being on the Grayson Waller effect? I couldn't figure that out.
To be the one to take the ass whooping.
Well,
that's all it was.
I thought they'd be setting up a tag match.
Okay.
Because I'm like, before, I don't know if you guys saw the clip where Roman Reigns calls in Grayson Waller into his office or whatever you call it.
Yes.
And says, I want you to deliver a message. And then he this is just for your ears, he says, and then they get out of there. Like you don't hear what he says, so you wonder what's going on there. And so then you have the Grayson Waller effect. So I'm like they're probably setting something up where they want Grayson Waller and Austin Theory to take out Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins or them both somehow. And then my thought was like maybe they're setting up some sort of tag match, and then Seth Rollins says that he should be cleared any day now. So for me, it's almost like before WrestleMania, I feel like as a warm up match, they're gonna have a tag team match just to give Seth a little bit of a warm up because he's been off for a little bit now.
Well, like I said, he's coming off the injury. He's still injured. He's not cleared, medically cleared yet.
Well, in a few days, he said.
Right, a few days. I think that was the biggest. That was the announcement. Think about it.
I think it's a baby. I think they're setting up a baby face run for Grayson Waller. The way that Grayson Waller was looking at Austin Theory, with the way that Theory was running his big mouth, and he was like, he deserves the ass whooping.
Maybe they're saying something for Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Maybe it's a feud there. I don't know, but I can't see Grayson Waller, with a face turn. He does so much better as a heel. If they try to turn him babyface, I don't see it going anywhere.
I literally thought of you, big man, when Cody Rhodes said, "I want to take on The Rock 1-on-1." That's what came to me, and I was thinking of you. But I said, "What a match that would be!"
And I wouldn't doubt if it happens. I mean, Eileen, our one of our number one fans here, Eileen, she has mentioned that she's been hearing stuff that there's a potential of Rock versus Cody night one.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if they'll go that far.
I don't see why not. Again, I brought it up last week. Daniel Bryan had to go through a gauntlet to get to the World Championship a couple of WrestleManias ago. Why not have Cody Rhodes wrestle? It doesn't mean that he has to go through a gauntlet, but wrestle The Rock with night one and wrestle, or even the same night, Rock, the beginning of the event, and then Roman Reigns at the end. But I like it's being split up now that it's 2 nights. Why not go Rock versus Cody night one? The winner gets Roman Reigns, and then go from there. But again, I don't want to trample on your Royal Rumble rules. I get it. He won the Royal Rumble. He can select whoever he wants to wrestle. He picked Roman Reigns, so he's going to get Roman Reigns.
Yes.
But if he wants The Rock, that's the stipulation I would say. All right, if you want The Rock, this is what it's got to be. Winner gets Roman. So that means he forfeits all rights to the Royal Rumble win.
To me, if it happens, I think it's going to be done on either the Raw or SmackDown before WrestleMania.
I agree. Just what, The Rock and Cody?
Yeah.
No way. Not on a regular TV show. I think that'd have to be pay-per-view because it's that big. Like maybe like a non-sanctioned, like no referee, nothing like that. Just the Rock's down there talking trash, and Cody comes down, they're face to face, and they come to blows. They have to be split up or something. Maybe something like that, and maybe we see Cody Rhodes versus The Rock at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
you never know.
See, that's what I was thinking.
For the title, The Rock wants to bring the gold. If Cody's able to beat Roman, bring the gold back to the bloodline. I don't know.
Yeah. When Cody does beat The Rock at WrestleMania, then The Rock can kind of take over the role as the leader, and he keeps on belittling Roman Reigns until Reigns. I see The Rock being the reason why Roman Reigns turns back being a babyface.
Could be.
It could be. I could see that too. I almost like what you were saying there with The Rock taking over the bloodline if Roman Reigns loses, and then The Rock kind of belittling Roman, kind of like the way Roman does Jimmy Uso, and then finally the Roman has enough of it, turns on The Rock, and they end up wrestling at next year's WrestleMania. But I don't know if they plan out that far ahead, if they're able to do that. What The Rock's Hollywood schedule is, I don't know.
See, I think, honestly, if you were going to go day one, you would have a tag team match between Rock and Roman against Seth and Cody, which you could do that, and then have, day two, Seth gets his match against Drew, and then, Cody gets Cody gets Roman on day two. They could do that, which would be okay, but to me, I think Cody and Rock would definitely be SummerSlam, if anything. Because Cody said my schedule is wide open before, except for WrestleMania, so that could be anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Eddie could be right. It could be a SmackDown. Who knows? Maybe they'll.
Yeah, it would give a reason to soften Cody up for Roman at Mania.
Possibly. I mean, but as you're saying, it's a big match. It's a huge match. And why would they do SmackDown or Raw? So to me, I think SummerSlam would be the best bet.
Yeah,
That's a PLE main eventer right there. That's a premium
Right.
live event main event. I used to have a hard time seeing that being on Fox or USA or whatever.
yeah, they did Hogan and Goldberg in WCW on free TV, so nothing is out of the question.
No, I agree. Nothing's out of the question. It's just I have a hard time seeing it.
I'm with you.
Unless it's a tag match where, like I said, they end up coming face to face, in the ring, just jawing at each other. Then it comes to blows. I don't know. Paul says that was comical theory acting like The Rock. Also, he says, all I'm going to say is Theory is on those roids. Jesus Christ, dude is ripped. So Austin Theory's, his build reminds me a lot of John Cena's, when John Cena was the professor of thugonomics or doctor of thugonomics, whatever he was back in the day.
Thugonomics.
Yeah. Word life.
Word life.
Word life. The rapping John Cena, which was awesome. That's when I started liking John Cena.
Yeah,
he built a lot like what John Cena was back in that day. Austin Theory, he's a jack dude, and I'm surprised they don't use him. I'm surprised they give him more of a push, but he is kind of goofy. So
Austin Theory is only 26 years old, guys. He's a young dude. He's got a whole, I just when Vince was there, he had a huge, vision for Austin Theory.
Yeah,
because he was really pushing Austin Theory. If you guys remember that, because he was U.S. champ and he was making his way up, and now all of a sudden Austin Theory's back, where Triple H is putting him. So, do you guys think that's right with him, or should he be pushing him more? What do you guys think?
I think they have him right now in the right spot. I think Vince over pushed him.
Okay.
With the US belt.
I'm fine with where he's at now. He's great in the ring. He's okay on the mic. Looks great. It's one of those guys that you can see just coming out of nowhere every once in a while to get a good push, become some sort of mid card champion, whether it's a U.S. title or Intercontinental title. Not really ever going for the Universal or WWE championships. But you could see him in those matches where he is wrestling for. You know what I mean? Like he never really gets there.
Sure.
Zoe checking out the show saying, Eddie!
You got fans, Ed.
He has a fan club. He absolutely does. We appreciate your fan club, Eddie. All right.
You're a celebrity, Ed.
So moving on from the douchebag from down under, Grayson Waller.
The Grayson Waller effect, big man.
I thought he did. I thought Grayson did well in his role. Maybe that's probably his best role is hosting a talk show.
Well, I agree. It was in his home country, so he had a lot of fanfare there.
He did.
Paul says Theory is hell now because he is with down kangaroo jackass. Yes, that's 100%. Zoe says, "I am Bo. My daughter Zoe hijacked my account again." This happened last week too. I'll tell you what.
I wasn't here, guys. I don't know about this, so you guys are on your own.
You got to change that password.
Okay.
The account was hacked last week by her daughter. So let's move on to the men's chamber match now. Not a bad chamber match. Really not terrible. And I think we all picked Drew McIntyre. I had a gut feeling that LA Knight might win this match, but it was not to be. But
whose game is it? Let me tell you. Let me talk to you.
Yeah, it wasn't his.
That tonight. Nope, it wasn't this morning. Not
parts of his back all over that chair. So what do you guys think of this? Eddie, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ed.
I hated that AJ Styles got involved. I don't want to see LA Knight stuck with boring AJ Styles. I want to see LA Knight with Logan Paul. Styles needs to stay away from the microphone for the rest of his life.
Wow. Are you not an AJ Styles guy, Ed?
Not on the microphone.
What gave you that?
He's boring.
What gave you that impression there, Dave?
I don't know. I just thought I'd ask.
Spitting venom on poor
Him and
AJ Styles there.
Him, AJ Styles, and his soccer mom haircut.
Oh, God. His soccer mom.
It is kind of soccer momish. I ain't gonna lie to you. So yeah, I was surprised about AJ Styles, coming into the cage and beating the shit out of LA Knight with that chair. But then after it happened, I wasn't surprised. You know what I mean? Like they're building towards something.
That's your WrestleMania right there, AJ Knight and AJ Styles, LA Knight.
I'm not quite on the level of hating AJ Styles that Eddie is. I like AJ Styles. I like his in-ring work.
Love it.
Mike stuff is okay. Haircut is like a soccer mom. Yes, the way parts it and dresses it very nicely. But this is kind of emo AJ Styles. He's kind of brooding. He's upset. He's angry at his dad or something. I don't know.
Soccer mom.
So I like this AJ Styles. He's mad at the Good Brothers. His Bullet Club family and stuff like that. So I like this AJ Styles, and I'm excited to see AJ Styles and LA Knight because I think this could really push LA Knight back into the mainstream. To pick up a little bit more heat again. Because guys, you might not want to hear it. He's lost some gas, man. I'll tell you what. He was white hot. Before where he was imminent before he became champion, and now it's maybe he'll become a U.S. champion. So that's falling down half the ladder right there. No, am I wrong?
No, you're not.
I like LA Knight. I want to see LA Knight as
I
champion.
love LA Knight.
Great things as champion, but
are you pushing LA Knight down the ladder? Is what you're telling me here?
Halfway down the ladder, halfway down, yeah, at least.
What was that?
My daughter has a box of crayons and markers here on my desk, and I knocked them off.
Oh, I thought Mr. Fuji was coming in the screen or something.
Mr. Fuji don't want none of this. He doesn't want this. Say that right now.
I thought putting him with Logan Paul at WrestleMania and get him a U.S. title run would get him back.
Now you go. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just don't see how the U.S. title helps LA Knight at all in any way. Intercontinental title, yes. So for whoever's going to beat Gunther for that U.S. title, I'm telling you right now.
You mean the Intercontinental title?
What did I say?
U.S.
Oh, okay. For the Intercontinental title, I thought I said it. But anyway, for whoever beats Gunther for that Intercontinental title, pushed. They're going to be pushed, and it's going to be.
That's got to be. I think that's going to be. Well, it can't be Jey Uso now because him and Jimmy are going to go at it at WrestleMania. So I don't know. I really don't know who it could be at this point.
I don't see anybody on the Raw roster that would make.
No, I mean, I thought Jimmy Uso was going to take it. To be honest with you.
Jey.
Jey. I'm saying Jey Uso. Sorry, no, that's not it. Yeah.
Sorry, we don't want to see Chad Gable and Gunther again.
I agree with that.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't mind saying they put on a hell of a match. I mean, it would have been this would be the third time or whatever, I think. But
I'm not seeing that happening though. I don't see it
happening either. But I just want to see a great match, and they would put on a great match. So
I think we want to see a match where you would think that Gunther might lose this match, and wrestling Gable, nobody thinks that Gable's any kind of threat at all.
No, he's really not.
No. But LA Knight. So here's my thought. So LA Knight, AJ Styles, I could see them going at it a couple times before WrestleMania. Get it out of the way on SmackDown, and you still have that potential of getting LA Knight and Gunther at Mania. There's still enough time. You still have a whole month to set that up.
Well, if you're going that route, big man, then they might do if those two AJ Styles, LA Knight go against each other. Winner gets Gunther at Mania, possibility.
That's a possibility too. Yeah, I could see that as well.
But to me, I
don't
think
know how that would. With
I think
AJ
they're
Styles
going.
there, I don't
I
know.
think they're going Randy Orton and Logan Paul. That's going to happen
Yeah,
at Mania.
I think that's going to happen as well. After we've seen at the end of the men's chamber there,
Right. That's your U.S. championship right there at Mania.
That's kind of.
Go ahead.
The U.S. title is kind of beneath Randy Orton.
I agree with that totally. But what are you going to do?
Their professor, has he ever won the U.S. title?
Yes, he has.
Has he? Okay,
It's been a long time when he was a young and up and comer.
So, like my thought was, I wasn't sure if he has or hasn't. I'm like, this could put him into the Grand Slam championship talk then. And I know he's been IC champion, he's been tag champion, he's been heavyweight champion. I'm like, if he needs that U.S. title to be the Grand Slam champion, then maybe that's what. But he already has it. But John Cena, he won the U.S. title.
He was U.S. champ
very late in his career, and many thought it was beneath him, but he took it to another level.
Yeah, well, he did that challenge every week on Monday Night Raw.
I just hope they're not going to use Orton to put Logan Paul over.
No, I think I think they're what they're going to do. And I was talking this with my friends this morning at 6:00. We were saying that if it is Randy and LA, I'm sorry, I got my Logan Paul and Randy. Okay, Logan Paul is actually going to drop the belt at Mania. He'll take some time off, and Randy will just run with it.
I will disagree. Eddie's fears is what I think they'll be going for. I think Randy puts Logan Paul over.
No.
Some shenanigans, and Randy still will get the shine at the end, where he'll hit him with an RKO after the match is over. But I can still see him.
No, I think Logan Paul's I think he's taking time off after Mania.
Why? Honestly. He has time off all the time.
Yeah.
He's really on every 3 months.
Part-time Paul.
So why would he need time off?
I'm just saying. That's what we
start yelling at me right away. I get all excited.
But that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I mean,
who are you hearing it from?
People are saying that Logan Paul's going to take time off after Mania, and
who are these people?
Randy.
Bring them to
my sources are telling me that.
How come you have sources and I don't?
I don't know.
All right. Eileen says Eddie is straight to the point. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
He does not like AJ Styles' haircut.
Obviously.
Zoe wants to know who won the women's championship match in Perth. We will be getting there very shortly, Zoe, so hang in there. Eileen says Rhea Ripley, Bo Kay, she's from Australia. Did she ruined it for us. There we go. She stole our thunder. Thanks a lot, Eileen. You stole our thunder. Eddie, there's a question here from John Svella. He says, Eddie, was Perry Saturn an overrated Jigfoot? I don't know what that means.
Perry Saturn? Where'd he come from?
Well, Van has a legitimate question about Perry Saturn.
I've heard Perry Saturn's name in a long time.
I just don't know what an overrated Jigfoot is. It's like some sort of wrestling term I don't understand. Or
was he overrated? I don't think he was overrated by any stretch. Kyrie was very good.
I like WCW Perry Saturn for a time there. I don't know. Was he in the cruiserweight division?
No.
I believe he was. I know he was definitely in the NWO. I know that much.
Well, everybody was in the NWO.
Saturn was never in the NWO.
Yes, I thought he was.
He was with Raven Slock.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had something with Raven. I don't know if he was with Raven.
Eddie, was he not in the NWO?
No, that would be Hogan's nephew Horace, who looked like kind of looked like Perry Saturn.
I thought Saturn was in the NWO. Oh, okay. I take that back.
I can't picture Perry Saturn in NWO garb, but everybody was in the NWO. So you say they're in the NWO, I believe you.
Yeah, I could have sworn he was in there, but maybe okay.
Because by the time they got to the end of the whole NWO storyline, it was so watered down, it was bullshit.
Yeah, it was bad.
There was always a new member and their sister and their cousin. And
Yeah, wait a minute. Wasn't he Wolfpack though, man?
Conan was a
Conan.
Conan. That's okay. My fault.
Conan kind of looked like Perry Saturn.
Yes, maybe that's where I got confused. Sorry, guys, my fault.
Perry Saturn had to wrestle with a mop and wear a dress in WWE. So
Yes,
because he tried to beat the shit out of
Yes.
trying to kill a guy during the match.
but calling Perry, I would call him overrated though. He was pretty good.
Go ahead, Eddie.
The NWO got watered down when they brought in guys like Brutus the freaking Barber Beefcake and Virgil in it.
That's true. Yeah,
Poor
he's right.
Virgil. I feel
Poor
bad for Virgil. Well,
Why?
So I've said this before. Like, there's a local shopping mall where I live. I'd say it's no more. They tore it down, and it's now a factory of some sort. But he used to be there all the time selling autographs, and just sitting there all lonely. He'd have a bunch of photos out there. He'd have a replica of the $1 Million Belt, and nobody's going there. Nobody's going over to get their autographs, and kids are making fun of him and running by and stuff. It's like poor Virgil.
Poor Virgil.
He goes from the $1 Million Man's
Bodyguard,
butler, whatever the hell he was, to NWO. Like what NWO for life, and then now he's selling autographs at a shopping mall.
Yeah, well, that's the wrestling business. It happens.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of them.
Well, I don't know if he'd be the best of them. I don't know if you put him in that
Well,
category or not.
Virgil was very big at one point. If you think about it, I mean being with Ted DiBiase, that was a pretty big spot for him.
Yeah.
I mean, bodyguard and all,
Bad tax. Sorry, guys.
And actually, Virgil had a singles career for a while. He was doing pretty good, if I remember correctly.
I don't know if I'd say very good.
Well, he went for the $1 Million Belt. I don't know if he won it, but he was close to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's before DiBiase left for WCW. I guess he and DiBiase had a little bit of a feud.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
No, right after Virgil's and DiBiase feud, that's when DiBiase teamed up with had a good run in the tag team with Mike Rotunda, IRS.
Yes, Money Incorporated. Yes.
Yep.
Well, there we
Yes,
go.
sir.
Look at you guys throwing out the knowledge.
They had a pretty good long run together.
They did. He's correct. He's right. Yep. Money Inc.
All right. So I still don't know what a Jigfoot is, but I'm going to look it up later on.
Look it up. Yep.
All right. So also the men's match. So we get the wonky finish. Well, what did you guys think about the finish where you had Logan Paul get eliminated via the
That pissed me off.
And then Randy Orton's getting ready to give RKO to Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul comes in and knocks his ass out cold with the brass knucks. What do you guys thought about that? Eddie, go ahead.
Bleep.
Yeah, but Beep is right. Eddie censored himself. That's how he feels about it. Dave, go ahead.
Oh, it pissed me off because I thought the way the camera angle was, I thought Logan Paul was gone.
Yeah.
I thought he was just like, he went up the ramp, he was done. And obviously, I mean, Randy's playing possum, okay, with Drew. Drew's, toying with him. Here comes Randy out of nowhere with an RKO. I thought right there, match was over. Randy's going to win this. I turn around, and there's that goofball Logan Paul, brass knucks and all, knocks Randy out cold. Now I'm thinking to myself, who let that son of a bitch back in the cage?
Who let him back in the cage?
The cage should have been locked. There's no reason for him to be in there.
Who doesn't lock the cage?
That's my point.
Whose job is that?
I was pissed. Because to me, that was Randy's 9th Elimination Chamber match in his career. 9th. And wouldn't it have been...
Did he win it?
That's a great question. I don't know for sure. But
okay, go ahead.
Him being in the 9th, I thought for sure, I said, he's got this. It's over. Randy's going to pull it off. Randy's going to WrestleMania, and Randy's going to fight Seth. And I thought to myself, what a great main event. It would have been phenomenal. But no,
we got the
you give it to the crybaby, Drew freaking McIntyre, Mr. 3-Man Band himself. that pisses me off too. Mr. Three-Man Band with Heath Slater, and he cries like a little baby, gets his way, and wins the match. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
Where, McIntyre.
We got the main event that we deserve. We deserve all you Cody crybabies bitching about his little story. You guys got what you deserve. That's what I'm going to say about that. We could have had Cody versus Seth freaking Rollins. We could have had Rock versus Roman Reigns. No. You guys had a cry. Like, we want Cody to finish his story. Now you got what you deserve.
We already seen Cody and Seth 3 other times. We didn't want to see another.
We already seen Cody and Roman Reigns last WrestleMania. What
but
happened?
That's only one match.
Cody lost.
Cody kicked Seth's ass 3 times in a row.
But this has nothing to do with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
We're talking about Randy Orton.
So, all right. So, Cody Rhodes was going to pick Seth Rollins because The Rock was going to go with Roman Reigns. This has everything to do with Cody Rhodes because there would be no chance for anybody in the Elimination Chamber to go after the champion because both champions would have matches already.
You can't tell me that you wouldn't rather see Seth Rollins and Randy Orton than Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre?
Give me Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre any day of the week. What
is wrong with that picture? You got to be kidding me.
Are you telling me Drew McIntyre can't wrestle?
He can cry.
He's a multi-time champion.
He's a 3-man band.
He was the chosen one.
Want to know who else is a multi-time champion? R-Truth.
Well, that's true. I wouldn't mind seeing R-Truth. Where the hell's R-Truth? He's in Austria.
He was in Austria.
Got the wrong flight.
No More Door is a multi-time champion too.
Dude,
he won the NXT the trophy thing several times.
Oh yeah. Yes, he's right.
I didn't hear who he said though.
You can't tell me. You can sit there and say that to me that you'd rather see Drew McIntyre and Seth freaking Rollins instead of Seth freaking Rollins and Randy Orton.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Now, all right. So now getting off my silly train here. They've been building up this story for how many months now? There has to be.
Who, Drew?
Yes. How long?
Crybaby Drew?
Between him, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins. Drew.
Or dramatic Drew, should I say? Or drama Drew, whatever you want to call him.
Call it what you want. Call it what you want. And he got his way.
If you wanted to continue the story with what they've been doing with Drew lately, they should have had him lose. Then he could really, really completely snap.
Good point.
So back to your contract talk earlier, Dave. Off air, we were talking about Drew's contract.
Yes.
It all goes together. You know, I talked about this multiple weeks now, where you have Drew winning the championship and having Damian Priest cashing in on him. That ends Drew's run in WWE. Drew signs back with WWE a month later. You know, the same way CM Punk did. CM Punk, except CM Punk left Chicago with the championship, and then he ends up re-signing with WWE like a week or 2 weeks later, or whatever.
So that's what you see.
That's what I see happening. Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, Randy Orton's on SmackDown. There is no storyline right now between Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. Nothing.
They do have a past with each other.
They have a past with each other. But, I mean, there's nothing, with a month to go, there's nothing really to build. Like, this has a longer build. This has a longer, like, and Seth's not even cleared yet. You know, he's going to be cleared very soon, he said.
But he will be cleared.
And so, I mean, there's nothing you can do where they get physical with each other even before that.
Okay.
Whereas this storyline, the McIntyre storyline, has been building and building for Jesus Christ. I can't go another year with somebody's story not being finished. We got to finish all these stories today. We are this year at WrestleMania. We got to finish these stories. I don't want to hear about Drew's
but Cody can't finish
story.
His, right?
His was finished last year, but I'll give him a pass and let him. He has to finish it this year. There's no more, the third book of Cody Rhodes,
right?
Final chapter, nothing like that. This is it. Same thing for Drew. This is it. If you lose, that's it.
I agree.
I think the fan hunger for Cody to this year is a lot stronger than it was last year for him to win the belt.
Were you guys surprised that Cody actually got pinned on Monday night?
Not with the way it happened. It was shenanigans, right?
Right, but I'm saying, but Cody hasn't been pinned in like since WrestleMania.
I think it leads to the storyline with the bloodline. I think it really,
Yeah.
if he doesn't get pinned, if it's just like a DQ or whatever, it doesn't sting as much. But because it's a pin, it stings more. It leads more to more anger. TJ Purcelli, Eddie, would you agree that Junkyard Dog was the greatest Jigfoot ever? What the hell is a Jigfoot? TJ, enlighten me. Enlighten the fan base. I can't be the only one. There has to be somebody out there in the millions and millions of the Atomic Drop podcast listeners that don't know what the hell a Jigfoot is. So, Dave, do you know what a Jigfoot is?
I never heard of it until tonight. I got to be honest.
My friend Savilla's Canadian. He's kind of confused.
A Jigfoot.
All right, but what about TJ Purcelli? Is he Canadian too?
I think that might be Sevilla under a different.
Spanky says, "Will you go with me?" Yes, Spanky, I will go anywhere with you.
Oh God!
So this might be the same. TJ Purcelli might be the same person as this guy, John Svella.
Eddie was Perry Saturn and overrated Jigfoot.
I don't understand. I gotta know what a Jigfoot is.
Look it up, big man.
Spanky, book it, buddy. We're going somewhere together.
Spanky.
Hang on. Zoe says TJ is bleed Eddie Mack.
Okay. TJ
is bleed. What does that mean to you, Eddie? Eddie, what does that mean to you? You don't know?
I know that's my friend Bleed. I don't know what a Jigfoot is either.
Oh,
I know that
Christ.
I know the junk food dog was an overrated piece of garbage.
Whoa!
Whoa! Eddie, are you talking to the Junkyard Dog?
The junk food dog. Did you see him his last few years in wrestling? He looked like he became Kamala.
Oh, Kamala! I used to do a great Kamala impression when I was a kid. I'd walk around with my shirt off, slapping my belly all the time.
Did you have a big moon on it too?
No, I didn't draw on it. Mama Eileen says, Eddie, that's I bleed Tur Green.
He's an Eagles fan.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can tell you a lot.
That makes sense. All right.
Sure.
So that was the men's match. McIntyre comes out victorious. He'll go on and face Seth freaking Rollins and beat him at WrestleMania, thus ending the crying of Drew McIntyre. Hopefully. So that leads to the main event.
Okay. I'll leave it here. I'll leave it here. I'll give.
Leave it here.
I'll give Drew credit for one thing. He did carry the company through the COVID season. I'll give him that.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. I guess that's better than nothing. I guess you'll give him.
Well, he did. He carried it. I mean, he was champ. I'll give him that.
All right, let's move on. All right,
okay, are you guys with me on that or not? Come on.
I have nothing to say.
Did you guys notice how messed up Bobby Lashley's elbow, his arm?
Yeah, pretty bad.
I did not notice. I did not.
It was all. Yeah, he had that thing all wrapped up.
He's probably going to be taking some time off.
Could possibly.
Well, he hasn't been like an every week wrestler anyway. He's been kind of a.
Him and the Profits.
Yeah, he's been every once in a while. He's been with the Profits a lot. They've been wrestling more than he has, I thought, recently. So it would be terrible. He can still do it. He can be out injured and go if you need surgery or whatever, and still manage the Profits and go that route and stuff like that.
I agree.
Stuff. Zoe wants to know what the F is Jigfoot. Where do these people come from? Jigfoot land, probably. I don't know. So moving on to the main event of the night, the women's Universal Championship match. Rhea Ripley versus versus Eddie's favorite wrestler in the world, Miss Nia Jax, Eddie's future wife. Eddie, what do you think of the match?
Keep the refrigerator off my damn TV permanently.
Oh my Lord! Here we
Hey,
go.
Hey,
Screw
what do
you,
you
Nia Jax.
think?
Screw your cousin The Rock. Screw your cousin Ava. Screw the whole family.
You're gonna have a lot of angry Samoans knocking on your door.
Eh,
It's not the first time, right, Eddie?
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel, Ed.
Nia is absolute disaster in the ring. Rhea can have a good match with about everybody except for the refrigerator.
Wow.
The refrigerator. Dave, what do you think of the match?
Nia. First of all, she's not a main eventer by any stretch. Okay, to me, it's not. She's not. She's good. I mean, she's not even good. She's average at best. I mean, all she does is 2 moves, pretty much, if you think about it. The turnbuckle and then off the top, and then she sits on you, and that's pretty much it. But I have to give it to Eddie. Rhea really carried her through that match. She really did. Rhea is showing why she should be champ and why she's carrying, this championship really well. I think the match itself was 15 minutes, if that, 20?
Something like that, yeah, 15, 20 minutes.
I mean, for Rhea to carry Nia the way she did, I thought it was good. But the ending was the Riptide, game over, and that's what it should have been. It was a clean ending, which was good. And did you really think that Rhea was going to lose in her country in Australia? No, not going to happen. So, to me, it was good, but it was. You knew the outcome, 1, and 2, Rhea, she definitely carried Nia. That's all I got.
So here's my thought on it. I felt like it was a good match. I really did.
You did?
This was easily Nia Jax's best match ever in her life, and I give that a lot to Rhea Ripley, because Rhea just took a lot. There wasn't a whole lot of and so I've mentioned this so many times before again about Nia Jax. She doesn't run the ropes. She doesn't run anywhere. And this was the perfect example of her not running anywhere. It was this match, because there's a couple times where she went to the ropes and she just took 2 big steps, leaned against the ropes, and took that momentum. So there was no running at all. But with that being said, I thought her moves looked good. They looked crisp. There was nothing that looked fumbled. She went high risk a couple times. They looked good. And and that to me, that's Rhea putting her over. That's Rhea doing the job for her. And then finally, eventually, even the spots out, the spot outside on the table when when Nia Jax got up on the chair with the wheels and was gonna she'd eventually jump off of it. I'm like, there ain't no way you can't jump off a chair with wheels, man. That chair is gonna roll out. You're gonna fall flat on your face. But she was able to get it to go. Barely. I mean, she barely got any height off of it.
Yep.
But with that being said, I'm glad. Hopefully, she's off the TV. I don't want to see her in the main event anymore. Yeah, it's good enough for me. That was easily her best match I've ever seen. And kudos to Rhea on that. Rhea did her the favor, did her the job, and Rhea with the finisher at the end was awesome. I didn't think she was going to get her up. She got her up, and it wasn't like she just barely got her up. She got her up about chest high to drop her down. So that was impressive for the type of move it is. It really is. And so overall, I didn't think it was a bad match. Do you guys think that should have been the main event?
No.
It shouldn't even been on the pay-per-view.
All right.
I would have put Piper Niven with Rhea if they wanted.
No.
is a big woman that can actually move around pretty good.
You know, I cannot find Jigfoot
But
anywhere on Google.
My concern for this match was I didn't want to see Rhea get injured because Nia has a history of hurting other wrestlers, and she's done it time and time again, and she's gotten away with it time and time again. So the last thing I wanted to see was Rhea get injured. So thank God she didn't get as injured as because Nia botches moves left and right, and she's known for it. She's done it many times. So
in this match, can you say there's any one spot that she botched in this match?
a few of them. There was a few. Yeah,
I didn't see any. I thought
there was a couple.
I did not like that the Samoan drop off the turnbuckle.
Okay.
You didn't like it, but was it botched? I don't think it was botched. Like when they showed the replay, I thought it looked clean. She didn't land on Rhea, which is something that Nia, where she would botch it is where she would short sell it, and her body weight from a height like that would come on top of a person and end up hurting them. That's the type of botch move that's the type of move that she would have botched. Where that one, she got plenty of clearance. Rhea, she did not fall on top of Rhea. Rhea cleared her head, and so that was just all Rhea taking the impact. Instead of Rhea taking the impact and Nia falling on top of Rhea and crushing the poor girl. So, I mean, it wasn't botched. You may not have liked it, but it wasn't botched either. It was smooth. It was good.
There was a couple of botches. I not many, maybe one or two. That's about it. But Nia is known for it, and she's done it. So,
I agree.
And my thing was, I just wanted Rhea to get out of there healthy because that wouldn't have been a good thing. If she gets injured and she go to WrestleMania, she could be, who knows,
they're already missing Charlotte. They cannot not afford to have Rhea get hurt too.
Right. Exactly.
Especially this close, where there's no time to really recover.
Right. This is true.
Zoe wants to know what a Jigfoot is. Where do these people come from? I don't know. I tried looking it up. What's a Jigfoot? I don't know. A Jiggerfoot is wannabe Jigfoot. I don't know what that is. Was Adam Copeland the best technical wrestler?
No.
Not even close.
Ooh.
Not even in the top. Not even in the top. Would not make my top 100.
Whoa! Top 100.
Whoa!
Technical wrestlers. Technical
wrestlers. Entertainer, yes. As a sports entertainer, yes, but not as a technical wrestler.
This one's for this one's more for Cowboy Dave, I think. But it says, Eddie, is there a female professional wrestler that you think Dak Prescott can beat in a cage match?
Oh God.
Maybe.
First of all, I can't see Dak wrestling. First of all,
he would get hurt. He would pull.
He would.
Dak Prescott would throw an interception somehow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably at the end when it really mattered.
Yeah.
You guys are rough.
It's just a question. We're not rough. It's TJ Purcelli asking a question.
Yeah, I got. Well, okay, I get it.
Go ahead. If you have,
I'm trying to think of somebody that Dak could go in the ring with.
Not Nia Jax.
No.
Maybe Maxine Dupree.
Yeah.
No, she won't hurt him.
I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. Go ahead.
Spectator 95 wants to know if Spank will Donner, him or her. I don't know who Spectator 95 is. If male or female. I don't know. Eileen, Eddie, be nice.
Eddie, be nice.
Eileen says, I also heard this was one of her better matches. I thought it was one of her better matches. I thought that was her best match.
Who, Nia? Yeah.
Okay.
And it was
did
still
she take a shot to her head? I did not notice anything like that. I didn't see.
It was still a D- match, so all the rest of her matches were F or below.
I thought it was a B. I thought it was a B match.
I give it a C- if anything.
Eileen said she heard it was a short match. Was that done on purpose?
It was short. What, 15? Like I said, 15 minutes?
Yeah, I think it was a short match because Nia Jax can't go longer than that. She was in control probably for like 90% of that match, and that's probably about what she had left in the gas tank. There probably wasn't a whole lot left.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
15-minute match, which is probably 14 minutes too long for for Nia.
Spectator 95 is laughing out loud continuously. Eileen says, "Damn, Eddie, bringing the heater, the hate, bringing the hate."
Bringing the hate.
If I ever meet The Rock, I'm gonna tell her what I will tell The Rock what I think of his cousin. How much of a
cousin?
jabroni she is.
Wait a minute. Was it Big Man? Was it you that put that picture up of the Rock and the whole family behind him, or was that Paul?
I don't know if that's me or Paul. I don't know.
Okay,
It's
but
probably-
did you
I
notice
think it's
that?
probably Paul?
Okay, but did you notice that Nia was not in that picture?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, just checking.
Zoe says the $60 million man. That would be, I believe, Dak Prescott.
That's Dak. Yeah, well, not yet, but yeah, that's.
Sean Lazarchik, what's up, brother? How you doing,
Who?
buddy? Thank you for checking the show out.
Thanks, Sean.
Who is Rick's cousin? Who's Rick?
I think he meant
Sean.
Rock.
I know what he meant. Rock's cousin, Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. Yes.
Sean, she'd be right up your alley.
The refrigerator.
Eddie, what's her nickname?
The refrigerator.
There you go.
That's Perry from the Bears.
She's as big as him.
Well, I'd say I'm saying that Nia Jax be right up Sean's alley because Sean's always in the refrigerator. Whoa! That was funny.
Who is-
guys. That's supposed to be funny.
That's hysterical.
It was a sexual. Whatever.
You're so bad.
TJ says, Eddie, are you still getting your haircuts at Rikers Island? Eddie, I don't know if these are your friends. That's from your fan club. I don't know.
Is this your fan club, Ed?
Sean Lazarchik's from my fan club here, but TJ Purcell's he has Eddie's number. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe he's a Nia Jax.
I know
fan.
none of these are my fans. That's for sure. If I have any.
I don't claim any of them.
Well,
Okay.
Sean Lazarchik I work with, but TJ Purcell he knows Eddie. So
Okay. Gotcha.
all right. Guys, anything else you want to add from tonight's show? Rhea Ripley retains the title, so she's going to go on to face Becky Lynch, like we said earlier. Should be a great match at WrestleMania. Should be.
So far, Mania is building up to be really good. The matches are really set, is what you want to see right now. Like I said, Roman and Cody, Bailey and Kairi Sane. Is that right? I think. Or no, the women's champion. No. Oh God, help me out, Eddie. Bailey and
Io Sky.
Io Sky. Thank you. That's what I meant to say. I'm getting all these names are confusing me tonight. Bailey, Io Sky, Becky, and
Dave,
yeah.
you've had a long day. You've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but I'm saying all I'm going to say is the matches are starting to build, and it's going to be like it's getting better as the card gets stronger, and you can just see it.
Yeah.
My names are tonight. I'm bad. I don't know what's going on here.
We're seeing some other potential matches form as well. Like we said about Randy Orton and Logan Paul.
Right, Jimmy and Jay.
Jimmy J, LA Knight against AJ Styles. Potential
Right,
matches.
potential.
They
Right,
could happen before, so it's not all set in stone.
right.
But real quick, we got some more comments for Eddie here because it's his fan club. Zoe says we all love Eddie. We are his fan club. So Eddie, they claim you if you do not claim them.
I don't claim any of them.
They claim you. Spectator wants to know what size LeBron jersey do you wear?
Hey, Spec, you can kiss my grits.
Right in the grits, got it. TJ Purcell says we love Eddie. We're all his groupies. All right. Zoe,
Eddie, we got a fan club, bro.
R.I.P. Golden Richards. I don't know who that is. Who's Golden Richards, Eddie?
He's the receiver that caught the Statue of Liberty touchdown pass from Robert Newhouse in the Super Bowl between the Cowboys and the Broncos.
Yes, Golden Richards is the Cowboy receiver. Yes, he's right.
All right, so R.I.P. to him. Condolences to his family of Golden Richards. Eileen says, lies, Eddie. You love us all. So, Eddie, you're being called out. TJ Purcell says, Eddie's bringing numbers, boys. There we go. We like the numbers. Eddie, keep bringing those numbers.
Bringing it out, he was good call.
Eddie, they're saying Shane Warner says that you love gerbils. I'm not going to get into that, Eddie, because I don't I don't know what's going on with the gerbils. Zoe, Eddie is pretty cool for a Packers fan. Eddie, are you a Packers fan?
Boy, I'm going to hunt you down.
You made the list. That's what I'm hearing. John says, Eddie, will you help me find my Jigfoot after the show? Don't know what a Jigfoot is.
I'm going to put my foot somewhere else, John.
Oh my gosh! And you got.
I looked up Jigfoot on Google, and it kept showing me like bolts and stuff like that. So I don't know, like rigging type stuff. So yeah, I'm not really 100% sure what a Jigfoot is. I even put in Jigfoot wrestling term, and it showed me people's feet wrestling. So
Eileen says,
Zoe, I'm naming my firstborn after Eddie. All right, there we go. That's something. I always say that Ken's a strong name, but okay, Eddie's strong too. Shane says, shout out to my step gerbils. All right.
Oh my gosh.
And Spectator and Shane, I feel like for some reason they might be the same person. But
Eddie, this is your show, bro.
Eddie has taken over the Atomic Drop podcast officially. Now this is the Eddie Drop
Why talk
podcast.
about wrestling?
This is the Eddie show.
All right, guys. Anything else from the Elimination Chamber before we head out of here?
To me, it was like a pay-per-view until the main event, which dropped it to me to a B-.
To me, I think the crowd was great. They were in it the whole time. No matches tonight. We're go to the bathroom matches, which I really thought was good. And 56,000 plus in that stadium is amazing for an Australia pay-per-view. So Triple H coming out and saying the attendance record, I said 53,910, I think it was, or something like that, something in that area code. To me, that's
half, I think.
Right. To me, I mean, that's amazing to me. I would love to know what the ratings were when everybody was getting up at 5 a.m, 2 a.m. Who was watching this pay-per-view at night or morning? That's what I want to know.
Two people.
What were the right?
What were that was it.
Right. But what? No, that's not true. But what were the numbers? I would love to know the numbers of that to see what was going on with that rating, because that to me that's amazing.
So a couple more comments before I have my final thoughts here. Eileen says, great show. I've enjoyed the last hour and a half. So there you go. That's good there. That's good to know. Zoe says, great show. Thank you. Thank you for checking the show out, Zoe. Thank you for entertaining us as we entertain you.
Send the link to the show to The Rock so he can find out what people really think of his cousin, the refrigerator.
Well, Eddie, I got some news for you. The Rock watches this live. We don't need to send a link to the man. He's a longtime fan. He's one of the millions and millions that watch the Atomic Drop podcast.
Okay.
So you have a vote for president of Canada or Canada? How it's
no
Canada.
Thanks.
Kenyatta.
And thank you, John, for saying great show. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for commenting and entertaining us. I still would like to know what a Jigfoot is. So either send me a private message if it's something that's I should not be saying over and over again on this broadcast that may get me canceled or thrown in some sort of international jail cell. I'm not sure. So my thoughts on the Elimination Chamber. Overall, yes. I thought it was an okay pay-per-view. Like a C or a B. Again, I thought Nia Jax did a good job. I thought that was her best match of her career. I'm not a big fan of her. Like I said, I just feel she's kind of clunky in the ring. She can't talk on the mic. But overall, I thought that was her best match of her career. Men's Chamber, all right, not bad. I do like how they're setting up storylines with LA Knight, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Logan Paul. I do like the different curves there, different types of matches that we haven't seen before. And the Women's Chamber match, terrific, stole the show. Unfortunately, the ending I thought was kind of wonky. But yeah, Judgment Day retaining tag titles. I hope they go back to 2 titles. That's it. No more 4. It drives me nuts, or split them up again. But overall, yeah, not a bad pay-per-view. It's not one I'd get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch, though. So let me do my sponsor reads here real quick.
Unless you have nothing better to do at 5 a.m., there you go.
Unless you're up. Well, and the thing was, if I work, like I said, there was a chance I was going to have to work last night. Like if I have to go to work, when I get home, it'll be 6:30. I could catch the second half of the pay-per-view. Not a big deal because I'm already awake, but I did not work. I decided not to put in for it. So,
Gotcha.
Jason Fine, attorney Big Al. You can reach Big Al at 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Jason Fine specializes in motor vehicle accidents, slip and falls, workman's comp, and personal injury claims. He has 3 office locations conveniently located throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey. In the Garden State of New Jersey, the offices are located in Cherry Hill, 3 Greensward Lane. The phone number there is 856-209-5258. And in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the offices are located at 500 Grant Street, Suite 2900. The phone number there is 412-365-8151. And in the city of Brotherly Love, the offices are located at 1628 JFK Boulevard, Suite 2120. The phone number there is 267-888-2980. That's Jason Fine, attorney Big Al. Head on over to monkeycoltcoffee.com and get yourself all your gourmet coffee needs. They have bourbon chocolate chip infused coffee, toasted coconut rum, Sumatran medium roast blend. They have an organic blend now called Perule Florida. And they also have their newest flavor, Golden Honey Agave, which is fantastic. I've tried all the coffee flavors except for the Perula Florida. All the coffee flavors are fantastic. I really enjoy them. They're also selling barrel-aged honey at monkeycoltcoffee.com. And head on over to their swag shop. Get yourself a T-shirt, coffee mug, tumbler cup, cold brew pitcher, K-cup adapter, and don't forget your Paradise rum cake at monkeycoltcoffee.com. And once you've loaded your virtual cart up with all that stuff, be sure to use that promo code at the register at checkout, OOTB Sports, for 10% off your order. That promo code, once again, is OOTB Sports for 10% off your order at monkeycoltcoffee.com. All right, gentlemen, I got one more comment here before we head the hell out of here. And it's another comment for Eddie. It says, Eddie kind of looks like Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
I'm going Sling Blade, Shane Warner.
Shane, you made the list. There it is.
Shane, you just made the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all I got, guys. Anything else before we head out of here?
Wouldn't that be a surprise at Mania?
There's Eddie and Shane, fighting to the death in a cage.
Thought just popped into my mind. I
What's
think
up?
Tiffany Stratton is what I think Lacey Evans was supposed to be.
Ah, okay. I like that.
Lacey Evans was cut short, right? Like, what happened with Lacey Evans?
She got pregnant.
Yes.
Okay, that'll do it.
That she did.
A human being growing inside you would cut short your run. Yes,
That
it would.
definitely would. Yes.
J07 Eddie, push out that. Okay, so now we're talking poop. So all right.
Oh God.
I should probably pre-read this stuff before I put it up there. But anyway, it may be yours. There we go. All right, so that's all we have for tonight. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Dave, take us out. Tell them whose game it is.
Let me tell you whose game this is, everybody. The Atomic Drop Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. See you later.
Later.